In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can determine what type of brackets that you have on your torsion axle. Let's go ahead and get into it. One of the first things you're going to need to know when you go to order a torsion axle is where the long leg is on your brackets. Now, when we refer to long leg, a long leg on a bracket is the part of the bracket that the axle tube goes through. So the bracket goes from the top of the axle all the way to the bottom, where the other side of the bracket is just going to rest on the top portion of the axle and be welded to it. So in this case, your long leg is on the inside of the axle, making this a long leg in bracket. Another thing you'll need to make note of about your brackets is going to be their profile. Now, when we refer to bracket profile, we mean where the bracket sits in comparison to the axle beam itself. Now, we have a low profile and a high profile bracket, and in this case, this is considered a low profile bracket because it is actually resting on the axle beam itself. If we come forward here, we can see there is no gap between the beam and the bracket itself, where in some cases you'll have what is called a high profile bracket, where this bend will actually come up, rise over the axle beam, and then come back down roughly about an inch, and so that is classified as a high profile, or in this case is resting on the beam, and so it is low profile. Once you've determined whether your bracket is long leg in or long leg out, or high or low profile, the next thing we'll need to find is the actual measurements itself of the brackets in relation to one another. And so we'll ask for inside to inside and outside to outside. And when we go to measure this, we're going to pretend that this portion of the bracket is closed off. So when we ask for inside, we're going from the far inside of the bracket here, and when we ask for outside, we're going to go to the complete outside of the bracket. We're not going to get any measurements with our tape inside this portion, just the complete inside and the complete outside. And when you go to bring your tape over to the other side, when we ask for outside, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to be hooking on the far outside of the bracket over there and bringing it all the way to the far part of the bracket over here, which gives us 77.5, and then we're going to press up against the inside of the bracket over there and bring it to the inside of the bracket over here, and that's going to give us 72.5. Alright, and just like that, you guys now know how to determine your brackets on your torsion axles. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll see you in the next one.